Recording in progress. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to our Sunday service here at UUSS. Whether you're participating on Zoom, hey Zoomers, or you're with us in person, we're glad you're here. I'm the Reverend Lucy Bunch here today with the Reverend Dr. Roger Jones, Worship Associates Ginny Johnson and Celia Buckley. Our music director is Anthony Tavianini, our fabulous music director and fabulous pianist, Irina Tchantceva, and today we have our choir joining us to share the joy of music. We also want to thank our technical producers, Colleen Emeris and Ivan Caballero, who make our Zoom service possible. This is our annual Yule service, and later in the service we will decorate our Christmas trees. I want to thank Molly Stuart for creating this beautiful altar today for this circle service, really invoking the childhood memories of Christmas. So thank you for that, Molly. Our mission statement says that we come together to deepen our lives and be a force for healing in the world. We invite you to explore the ways we live out this mission. Our weekly message email comes out every week towards the end of the week. You can find it and a lot of activities on our website, uuss.org. I want to highlight some of the ways you could celebrate the holidays with us at UUSS. Tomorrow night, Reverend Roger and I will host a Zoom open house at 6:30. We will meet in the same Zoom room as we do for Sunday services. You can find that link right on the front page of the website. This coming Friday is our Christmas Eve service at 7 p.m. It will be both in person and on Zoom. If you want to join us in person, you must register, and the link, again, is right on the front page. There's a lot of things on the front page of the website. You can also call the office. If technology is not your thing, you can call the office to register your attendance. For those of you who plan to join us on Zoom, the order of service should be available on the website by Wednesday so that you can be practicing the hymns in advance of the service. You can join other UUSS folks for Christmas dinner this coming Saturday. And if you have questions, you can sign up after the service. Lori Jones will be out there to take your sign-ups and questions, or those online can reach her at christmasdinner@uuss.org. I will be leading a New Year's labyrinth walk again this year. It's become a wonderful tradition for us. But please, I want you all to note that we will not be having brunch together this year. We will enjoy our walk, then we'll gather for a hot beverage and sharing some of our thoughts about the new year. So remember to eat breakfast before you join us January 1st at 9 a.m. in the Welcome Hall. Finally, our Soul Kids religious education classes will not meet next December 26th, but will resume on January 2nd with a new Zoom code. So parents, contact Miranda to get that information. I want to welcome anyone here who is new with us today. I hope you had a chance to fill out a newcomer card out in the Welcome Hall, or if you are online with us, you can find a newcomer form to fill out at uuss.org/newcomers. I think that one of our tech people is putting that in the chat right now. Please join us after the service. Folks here, we will have coffee, tea, lemonade, and conversation after the service. And if you're on Zoom, we have our wonderful Coffee Hub breakout rooms for about 10 minutes. We take a short break, and then if you just hang on, you'll be placed in a room with other friendly people. Please remember now to make sure that your cell phone is on silent mode. We're glad you're here. If you're Zoom folks, this would be the time for you to get your candle ready to light after Reverend Roger and his friend do the chalice lighting reading.
Good morning. Good morning. It's good to be with all of you. It's good to be with you if you're here on Zoom. And if you are on Zoom, there's nothing wrong with your computer screen or our camera. I really did get a severe haircut yesterday, right? That's what I look like. So I'm very happy that you're here, and I want to add thanks to Molly for this lovely altar and to the worship associates for the ornament setups, and to the kids in Soul Kids and the youth in the youth groups for these people that you see here at the bottom of the screen, the sign of community made by participants of our community. Now I'd like to invite Dante to come up for the chalice lighting.
Good morning. My name is Dante Hardaway. I am here with my family, and I am a member of the junior high youth group. Happy Solstice.
Our words for the lighting of the chalice are a poem about winter solstice entitled "The Shortest Day" by Susan Cooper.
So the shortest day came, and the year died, and everywhere, down the centuries of the snow-white world, came people, singing, dancing. To drive the dark away, they lighted candles in the winter tree. They hung their houses with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive.
And when the new day's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through the ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight on this shortest day, as promises awaken in the sleeping land.
They carol, feast, and give thanks. They dearly love their friends and hope for peace. And so do we, here, now, this year. Welcome, Yule.
Welcome, Yule. Now please rise as you're comfortable, here or at home, and we'll sing Deck the Hall.
Love that hymn. At this time in our service, we bring our joys and sorrows, our worries, grief, and gratitude into this beloved community. For those of you online, if you would like to tell this community what is on your heart, please open the chat box at the bottom of your screen and type in whatever it is you would like to share. Those of you here in the sanctuary may share among yourselves as we all enjoy a gift of music from Irina. Thank you to those who have spoken what is on your hearts, and thanks to everyone for bearing witness to our joys, sorrows, hopes, and gratitude. Everyone is invited to send in a joy or a sorrow to be read at the service each week. You can find the link at our weekly message, or call the office before 5 and Elaine will pass the message on to Roger or I. This morning, we offer condolences to Dusty Keene, whose mother passed away on December 16th after a short illness. Dusty shared that her mother will be greatly missed by family and friends. We also extend our love to Celia Buckley, whose beloved cousin, Gail Wenzel, passed away on December 17th after consciously entering hospice due to a significant stroke in August. We send our love as well to our member Kathy Bernard, who has been in the hospital with congestive heart failure. We hear that she's feeling better, and we're hoping that she has returned home by now and might even be Zooming with us this morning. Let us hold all these in our hearts. And now let's settle in for a time of prayer. I offer you these words of prayer by the Reverend Lynn Cox. Spirit of life, ancestor of the stars and sun, you who embrace the vastness of space and us along with it, be here with us today. Hold us in our worry, our exhaustion, our grief. Keep us close as we sit with our truth, whatever that may be. Lead us to rest in the quiet, to find solace and renewal in this time of shifting light and dark. You whose arms open with the spinning galaxies, help us to make room, as you do, for all that is. Open our hearts to our loved ones, our neighbors, the beings with whom we share this planet. Lead us to reach out to others in compassion. Turn us towards one another in mercy, right relationship. You who have seen the rising and setting of the suns, of seasons, of civilizations, remind us that all we have learned from the history of the world, all that we have learned from our own histories. Give us the courage to face our mistakes and repair them whenever possible. Help us understand our interdependence, our gravitational relatedness with all of the other spinning lives around us. In this space, filled with the people among us who shine like stars, this space filled with the sparkle of love and care, we give thanks for this moment to be together. May our senses be open to the beauty of this day, this season, this world. Amen, and blessed be. And now let us take a moment of silence for the prayers in our own hearts. Blessed be.
Round. In song and praise, a joyful sound. Awake to laughter and joy. and the promise of goodwill to all. Awake to glistening snow, to holly, garland, and mistletoe. Awake, a joyous Noel, we greet this joyous day. We sing to you of peace on earth, for great and small. We bring to you a day of hope, goodwill to all. Come gather round and sing with us this festive song. Let music ring in voices strong the whole day long.
Thank you, that was wonderful. Our congregation's mission statement says, we come together to deepen our lives and be a force for healing in the world. We live this mission in many ways, including by the practice of sharing generosity, that is, sharing half our offering each Sunday with an organization that is working to heal the world. Our community partner for the month of December is the River City Food Bank. It's the oldest continuously serving food bank in Sacramento County. For over 40 years, the River City Food Bank has provided food to the hungry in Sacramento area each and every workday. Their services are needed now more than ever. River City Food Bank provides emergency food and other assistance, offering referrals and promoting self-sufficiency through a variety of programs, from seniors to children, from homeless to the working poor. They assist all struggling individuals and families in Sacramento County. Please give generously in support of this important organization. On the slide, you will see ways you can contribute electronically or by mailing a check. It's also posted in the chat box for you Zoomers. For those of you in the sanctuary this morning, we will be passing baskets again. If you would prefer not to touch the basket, now I'm told we don't get COVID from touching things, we get it from what we breathe. Please just cross your arms, and people will know that they want to, you want to be passed by, or you can kind of drop your money and let it go like that. And remember, you can set up a text donation to do your offering just easily each week, or however often you want to do it. Thank you much for your generosity. The morning's offering will now be taken.
Thank you. Please join me in reciting the words of response for the offering. May the spirit of gratitude bless and multiply all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. Thank you. If you've been around here for a while, you may know that my office is on that side of that building over there, the education building, and so it sort of faces the parking lot, and it's farther into the parking lot than the main building, and so from my office I get to see a lot of what happens outside, whether it's our volunteers working on the campus or people stopping by, and sometimes members of Friends will stop by and wave. But also there's neighborhood folks that come by to stroll their kids or walk their dogs, and the FAS classroom has been used in past years, before mail-in voting took place widely, and so it was a polling place, and so on voting day, people would drop off their ballots, and after that stopped because of the mail-in thing, and we were no longer a polling place, one day somebody came to my door, opened my door, walked in, walked across, handed me a pink ballot envelope. And it's really amazing how every now and then somebody just like walks in my office and starts talking, and then I realize that they don't know where the main office is. So the theme for the month is opening to joy, not opening the office door without looking. That's our Soul Matters theme, opening to joy. And as I mentioned, sometimes people walk their dogs. And last week, and sometimes they don't do it on leash. And last week, there was a very determined, energetic, tan Chihuahua that came up from the parking lot right to my office. So rapid and inquisitive, determined, as if it had the right to be here, though I had never seen it before, but it wasn't able to open the door. But it looked like it knew it belonged here. So, and it made me smile. It was just too ridiculously cute. So, as we have said this month, the theme of Opening to Joy is about opening to the possibility of joy showing up in your life. Not the idea that you have to feel joy on demand, just invite it. You are invited to invite joy. And at the same time, as we are invited to open ourselves to practice ways to cultivate space so that joy might show up in our lives, so that we might feel joy, I want to invite you to open to the possibility that you can be a source of joy. You can bring joy to others. You can bring joy without even knowing it, without knowing that you've done it. Some ways you might do it intentionally, like when I feed my dog, or leave a generous tip, when I don't let myself be drawn into an argument that will be pointless. At least I'm bringing joy to myself. Or holiday lights, when people put up holiday lights, when people decorate, as Terry has done on the walls here and Molly has done with the altar. Holiday phone calls, or phone calls at any time, or emails at any time, can be sources of joy to the people that receive them. So I thought about this theme of opening to joy a few months ago when I saw it was coming up, and I kind of inside, I resisted it a little bit because for me, thinking about it, talking about it, would shine a light on the fact that for many years, I didn't know in my earlier life what I was supposed to feel joyful about, and I didn't feel it very often. And so I didn't imagine that there was any sense of joy around me or from me. But when I was in theological seminary in my early 30s, there was a group activity of my classmates, and we were supposed to write down on a little piece of paper for every person in the room, about 20 people, some gift that we appreciated of that person brought. And then those little slips of paper would be put in little paper lunch bags and then be given to the person to take home as a reminder of the gifts that they bring. And a number of the ones in my little lunch bag said that I brought joy, or I was joyful, and I was a source of joy. And that was really surprising because that wasn't my understanding or impression of myself. And I thought, well, if that's what they're seeing, if that's what they're saying, I'm not going to argue with them. Okay, all right, I accept that. So this is the solstice, or next couple of days will be the solstice, when we have our darkest night and our longest night, and when we look forward to the newness of the growing light. And while we depend on the sun as a source of light and warmth, we also depend on one another as sources of light and sources of warmth. And we also are sources of joy. We can be sources of warmth and light and joy intentionally and sometimes without even knowing it. So remember that even if you may not feel especially warm or bright or joyful yourself in particular moments, that you never know what you are bringing to the world, and that is a blessing. It's very likely that by your presence, by being yourself, by bringing your best self to the moments of your day, you will bring reassurance, hope, and joy in the days to come. So may it be, blessed be, and amen. And next, my phone is ringing. And I'm sure if I were to answer it, it would say that Celia is next.
So I'm on a lavalier, and can you hear me? Okay. I was wondering whose phone was ringing. Going to give them an evil look. So this is our 12 days of Christmas. Take the mask off. Okay. Got it. So the 12 days of Christmas, I've added a new twist. Those of you who've done it before know that the 5 days, the 5 golden rings, are a prime. I put this on so carefully. It's all wrapped in my mask. So the 5 golden rings have things that you do. Well, I've added it for every day. So on the first day of Christmas, which is the first 2 rows on this half, is a, I need 2 hands, a partridge, your hand is a bird, and your other hand is a tree. So you've got branches. So a partridge in a pear tree. The second day of Christmas is 2 birds, 2 turtle doves. Who's that? That's these first 2 rows here. Ministers must participate. Thank you. Everybody can do the hand signals if you want, but at the end we're going to do all 12 days together. Okay? So partridge in a pear tree, 2 turtle doves. The third are the 3 French hens. And this, you're going to do a 3 sign and show us your beret, your French beret. 3 French hens. 4 calling birds. 4 calling birds. 5 golden rings. You're going to spin. 6 is over here. 6 is, did I do the 4 calling birds? Yes. 6 here, you're laying. 6 geese are laying. All right? 6 geese are laying. 7 swans, what are you doing? Oh, sorry. 7 swans are swimming. 7 swans are swimming, right? 8 maids are milking, right? Milk. 9 ladies dancing. So ladies are dancing, right? 10 lords are leaping. Somebody's in 10, okay? Front and back, there you go. 10 lords are leaping versus ladies dancing, okay? 11 pipers piping. And what did 12 do? 12 drummers drumming. Okay, so I'll try to remember where you are. And Irina will help us a lot. Oh, and if you can, when it's your day, stand up to do your, if you are able. Okay. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids of milk, and 7 swans a swim, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 10 ladies dancing, 8 maids of milking, 7 swans a swim, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Once again, from 12 Everybody do stand up as you can and do all 12 motions. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers strumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Thank you. So, now we have our ritual, our yearly tradition of trimming our trees here. We do this on the Sunday closest to Christmas. Sunday, we celebrate Yule. So you see we have our trees ready, we have our ornaments ready, although some of you may have brought ornaments, but we have plenty to share. So what we need is for each one of you to put an ornament on one of our trees, whether by bringing an ornament up or coming up and taking one of them and hanging them, or you can ask somebody if you're not able or wishing to come up to put an ornament up for you.
And we have children to help us.
Yes, so we'll have some youth and kids up here, as well as our worship associates. So if you want to bring an ornament, and there will be a couple of bowls of ornaments down here you can choose from, or if you just want somebody to come up and bring one. So this is,
Too.
and the hooks for the ornaments, yes. And the ornaments are free, the hooks are $50 each. So you can see the ornaments here. This is how this works. This is the most important part. Come up on the sides and come on up here, or greet somebody here. If you need a ramp, the ramp is hidden back there, and just come here through that space. And if you reach high, please put your ornaments on the high branches, so that those of us who don't reach so high can put ours. And after you have hung your ornament, then you come down and depart this way down the center aisle, and then find your seat again. All right, and as I say, if you have difficulty or you would rather not come up, just ask your seat neighbor to hang an ornament for you. And we shall begin with seasonal music from Irina. All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody. So now we're going to take a vote on which tree looks better for the prize. So we hope you signed your ornament. No, just kidding. So I hope you can see these trees at home, and I hope that you are sharing your joy, warmth, and light at home with us and with all you will encounter. Hope that you will take the joy and light and warmth that we have shared here out with you into the world. Just invite you all, whether you're here or you're participating on Zoom, just to behold these scenes and take a deep breath. And notice that these trees, which were bare except for the little lights before we began, are now full of color and light, reflecting joy and love by the gestures and work of our hands here coming together. So consider this as how we bring joy and light and warmth into the world, each one playing a part, and when we all play our parts, we lift all the joy and warmth and light there is. Thank you.
As we look forward to the turning from dark to light and the promise of new beginnings, please rise in body or spirit as we sing Angels We Have Heard on High.
Angels we have heard on
community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Now we invite you to reach out to us, reach out to the folks at home, reach out to one another, and repeat after me these words of benediction. May faith in the spirit of life.
May faith in the spirit of life.
Hope for the community of earth.
Hope for the community of earth.
And love of the sacred in ourselves and one another.
And love of the sacred in ourselves and one another.
Be ours now and in the days to come.
Be ours now and in the days to come.
Go in peace. And if you're at home, we invite you to hang around for the coffee hub. You'll be in small Zoom groups, small breakout rooms for about 12 minutes of getting acquainted, and you will see the discussion suggestion on the slide. If you're here in the sanctuary, join us on the patio for coffee